My name is Jinx, I'm 20 years old. My dream is to be a singer. Unfortunately, I experienced a serious car accident and caused me severe deafness. Even wearing high-performance hearing aid and hearing rehabilitation treatments did not get better. I'm very depressed. I thought my dream will never come true. Doctor, could you tell me why I cannot hear voice?
First, let's look at the basic structure of the ear and the transmission of sound. In a person with normal hearing, sound waves pass through auditory canal and vibrates the eardrum. The eardrum passes through the vibrations via the vesicles to the cochlea within the cochlear. There is a body known as the organ of Klee which houses thousands of tiny hair cells. These hair cells change mechanical vibrations into electrical signals that are sent to the brain via auditory nerve.
But unfortunately, my cochlear hair cells have been damaged so they could function well.
The best out of the worst, the auditory nerve still can play a role in conducing sound, so there is a new medical device called the cochlear implant to help patients compensate the hearing loss.
Wow, sounds it is really helpful with this device. Could you explain the working principle of the cochlear implant?
The cochlear implant is composed of an implant and an external sound processor. The microphone of the sound processor receives external sound information and converts it into a digital signal. The digital signal is sent to the implant body through a coil and the implant converts the digital signal into an electrical signal. Electrical stimulation is sent by the electrodes to stimulate the auditory nerve, spinal ganglion cells, located in the inner ear to construct our auditory pathway.
Hello Jinx, I hope you are feeling well after your surgery.
Good, thank you.
Okay Jinx, I am now going to explain what different settings you have on your device. So within the device we have 3 sound processing settings installed. These are named F0, F1, F2, CIS and Speak. These algorithms process sound waves differently, therefore you may discover a particular preference as you continue this journey. I will now describe how each algorithm works. All processing begins with the raw signal, which is the signal rearranged into overlapping epochs. The first, F0, F1, F2 is a formant-based approach, which means it attempts to characterize speech by its resonant frequencies. The resonant frequencies are identified by finding their roots after applying a linear predictor filter. Alternatively, speech and CIS take the Fourier transform of the epoch, which converts the time domain to frequency. Afterwards a linear filter bank is applied and the values within each band are averaged to obtain a single magnitude for each electrode. Speak is an extension of CIS which only utilizes 6 to 10 maximum frequency bands. This can reduce interference and improve power consumption.
Hi Jinx, how do you feel now after the cochlear implantation? I believe there must be a huge change in your life.
Such a huge change, Ashley. I can't wait to share my happiness with you. Like I can hear sound of campfire now. So glad to come back a world with hearing. Although it is different from the normal hearing, it still changes my life. Thanks cochlear.
Oh, really? You can hear campfire now. So happy for you. What kind of sound do you hear from the implant right now? Does that hear normally?
Well, as doctors explain it to you, it is not normal hearing. I mean, it will never be a normal hearing. Things sound sometimes tinny. It is progress, you adapt and learn it. I only had this processor for about 4 or 5 months. So I am still in the middle of learning process and my speech discrimination is still not very good. Unfortunately I lost music. I used to wanna be an actor and singer. Sadly, I can no longer distinguish pitch. For the sound intensities, everything sounds just like as loud as everything else. For distinguishing the sound frequency, sometimes I can follow it if it is a single instrument, but if it get kind of complexity, like an orchestra piece, even chamber piece, I cannot distinguish them. It sounds just like noise. After implanting cochlear, the sentence recognition is about 25%. The word recognition is nearly 60%, thanks to the cochlear implant. I can hear the sound again.